Hello everyone and welcome to module 1.2. This is the introduction to Mo Gawdat and his mission to make 1 billion people happy. Whoa, what a mission. So Mo Gawdat, his son tragically died in a hospital accident. But right before that, him and his son had worked to help with his depression. Mo Gawdat was depressed with everything in his life seemingly perfect. Lots of money, perfect career, perfect little family, yet he was totally miserable, as he says. And tragically, his son died in a hospital accident right after they had completed this equation to happiness. And to his amazing shock, it totally worked. Him and his family did not suffer. They were at peace when his son died. And when everyone came to the funeral, they came crying and left laughing, celebrating his son Auli's life. This was very powerful tools, and I think it is the way to get out of depression. And combining this with the Wim Hof method, it's a game changer for depression. And not just depression, if you're living just semi-happy life, this method can teach you how to live a happy life and be happy all of the time. This is the skill and the tools to happiness that are rarely provided in any psychological textbook or religious institution. Maybe little bits of it can be found, but mixed with a lot of orthodoxy and yet not very digestible information. So I can't sit and tell you the entire Mo Gawdat happiness equation and theory right in this little video, but I would like to say that personally, this has helped me a lot. So I used to live in an ashram for a year, meditating morning and night. And during many points of those, I was very depressed. It wasn't until I started waking up at 4 a.m. every morning and doing 2 hours of Kapalabhati and Anuloma Viloma, which are very complicated breathing exercises that are much more difficult and much less effective than the Wim Hof breathing. And even when I left the ashram, I was still feeling depressed, and I was able to sit and meditate for 30 minutes. But once I left that temple, the thoughts went out of control. So this is where Mo Gawdat talks about a lot of things, but one of the most powerful things is a rationale-based modern discussion about how thought works and how the brain works, with scientific studies showing that long-term meditators, when they go into a meditation zone, the neocortex, this part of the brain, shuts off. And they start experiencing joyful thoughts and blissful thoughts and useful thoughts, right? So there's 3 different kinds of thought. Incessant, which is mostly useless and not good for you. It's almost like urine in the body. He says, you are not your thoughts, just like you are not your urine. It is often just a wasteful byproduct of the body. So excuse me, you wouldn't call yourself urine, would you? It's funny, as I have a Dutch friend named Joren. So he would call himself Joren. So in all the times of meditating, I was only told to stop thinking, when really it's important to learn how to transfer a negative thought to a positive thought. And so Mo Gawdat, when he says, when your brain, he doesn't call it the mind. He says, the mind is a brand name I don't understand. I simply call it my brain. And my brain is giving me thoughts all the time. Some of them good, some of them terrible. So my brain says, hey, this person hates you, that person hates you, your family hates you, tomorrow's gonna suck, and yesterday you were a terrible person. If any of these thoughts I used to have high levels of social paranoia, and I would think people were hating me all the time. Even after years of meditating, that didn't help. My brain would consistently give me terrible thoughts. And now, things are so much better because I say, brain, please, this is ridiculous. Please, give me a better thought. And first your brain will be like, oh, you haven't talked to me in 20 years. I don't know what to do. And so you have to tell it again. Come on, give me a better thought. And eventually it starts saying, life is really good. Look at that beautiful thing over there. Right? And so this was one of the techniques, is to say, brain, please, you are annoying me right now. This is my living room, and I'm trying to enjoy the moment. Please, give me a better thought, or just shut up for a moment. And for now, I just want you to tell your brain to give you better thoughts. We're working on stopping your thoughts completely, which sounds crazy advanced. Most swamis of 20 years barely know how to stop their thoughts. And yes, biggest misconception is it's difficult. It is not difficult. I thought it was difficult for years. Then I simply got better teachers with better tools. And now I have never thought someone as crazy as me with literally high levels of depression before and mild levels of psychosis. My brain still has those tendencies a little, but now I laugh at it like it's a child. And I say, brain, please, this is ridiculous. Please give me a better thought. And you don't always have to use that accent, but it helped with me at first, and now I don't actually say any words. I just can watch the thoughts go in, stop it, or raise the frequency, or just kind of ignore it and say, oh, that was ridiculous. And then more positive thoughts come in. And so I guess we'll end there. It's 6 minutes. Don't want to give y'all too much Mo Gawdat. So I would like you, please, as part of module 1.2, a little homework. Don't worry, this is really fun. It's a little bit of cold therapy might hurt you, not hurt, but like might be the only kind of hard discipline kind of difficult part of the course, and it's really not going to be that difficult. I curtailed it for people like me who had terrible problems with the cold. But we're going to have a lot of fun during this course. And so your homework for Module 1.2, which is from Mo Gawdat, is to simply try to start watching your thoughts throughout the day. Don't stress too hard about this. I'm not trying to get you to be a crazy meditator. I'm trying to simply notice a negative thought throughout the day and be like, brain, please, this is ridiculous. And tell your brain, give me a better thought. Come on, we can do this. And to my amazement, it works. It works. It works. And maybe takes a little bit of practice, but the Wim Hof method and the breathing and the cold will zoom this practice forward. Love all y'all. Best of luck. Best of success in this practice. And I'll be back in touch with you soon. Love y'all.